Console Drones Gamer Talk Podcast.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You found me.
So how come Brock's blue and you're not?
Why?
Hello, listeners, gamers, geeks, grown-ups, and internet. Welcome back to Console Drones Gamer Talk Podcast, blasting Call of Duty knowledge right out of northern Arizona, somewhere in Washington, from the inside of your video game console. This is season number 2, episode 144. You're listening to a weekly podcast where we talk about everything and anything but mainly video games. I'm your host, Chris, and today the full crew is here. Hey, want to win some money? Then send us your origin stories or video or drawing. Send them in. Send them to thejokerdrone@gmail.com. Let's get this show started.
It's time for What You Drinking and What Have You Been Playing?
All right, let's start off this week with Miguel. What are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I'm drinking a protein shake. I've been playing Mortal Kombat, Gears 5 a little bit, and mainly Modern Warfare Beta. I miss it so much. I miss it.
Oh, it's gone.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right, sweet. Moving on over to John. What are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I am drinking Bodhisattva Indian Pale Ale. And this week I played Insurgency Sandstorm, Overwatch, and I believe I played Gears 5 since the last podcast.
Sweet.
I think that's it.
Sweet. All right, moving on over to Joe. Joe, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
Beer number 1 is going to be the pumpkin porter from
So
Four
basic.
Peaks.
So basic.
It's not IPA, it's a porter.
But it's
different.
pumpkin.
So, but it's a porter. It's not a fucking IPA.
It's just
It's a pumpkin
Basic.
porter.
You're a basic white chick.
Okay. Second one will be the Stone Tropic of Thunder lager. So from Stone Brewery. Tropical lager. What have I been playing? Not much. Fallout 76 on the Xbox and Modern Warfare. I miss it too. I'm trying to think. Did I play anything on the Switch? No. What about you, Chris?
Okay, all right. So this week I've been playing a shit ton of Fallout 76 on my Xbox. Been playing the shit out of this. I got to level 44. I am 6 levels away from 50. So I'm excited about that. Over on the PlayStation VR front, I played some Firewall 0 Hour Operation Dark Web. Super fun. Been having some badass matches on that. And then on my Switch, I played some Modern Combat 5, Ultimate Alliance 3. I've got 2 more bosses to go, and I beat that game. And then also I played some Castle Crashers, and that is pretty much me this week.
Yes,
Joe.
Miguel.
Yes, Miguel. God damn it. always a fucking question.
Why didn't you play Modern Warfare?
Because it wasn't downloaded in time. That's why.
Why not?
'Cause
Why not?
I didn't do
Damn
it.
you, Chris. Why not?
I'm so sorry. I
I
apologize.
tried. I could not find it. I typed in Modern Warfare Beta. Could not find it.
Call of Duty
App
Beta.
Store.
So you could have tried Call of Duty and you didn't? You just did Modern Warfare?
Yeah, I thought it was just Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty Beta. Because it's
Damn.
probably MW Beta.
Oh, shit. Oh, well.
I feel like it should have been listed in there, like, oh, here's the new Modern Warfare, because Modern Warfare came up, but none of the beta didn't.
Should have been. Thanks, Obama.
Damn you.
I blame Biden.
Damn you, Joe Biden. All right. So moving on over to the news. Joe, you ready, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Deuce's Weekly News, keeping us informed and up to date in the gaming industry.
First up, before John falls asleep, Insurgency Sandstorm is coming to consoles in 2020.
What?
Yep.
Oh, wait. I'm drinking Tito's and raspberry cranberry.
Hey, your time is up. We moved on.
This week in the news, Chris is drinking Tito's cranberry
And raspberry.
and raspberry. So, chug along, my friend.
I shall. All right, Joe. Sorry.
So yeah, it's just coming to consoles.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All players who pick up the game on consoles at launch will be able to play an exclusive new map for 2 weeks, and the map will make its way to PC afterwards. So you'll be able to play it on the console before the PC.
That's bull crap.
So all of those, FPS people on PC will love or hate this because whatever.
No, there's things to hate more.
Like Fortnite, Miguel?
Not too, but there's
Because,
things to hate more. Let's hear
Fortnite had a Batman event, and it kicked off the celebration of Batman's 80th anniversary. My boys absolutely love this, by the way. You do get to play in Gotham City, and you get the Batman skin and the glider, and they'll be available until next week.
Cool.
So, next. That's enough. I've had enough.
Batman's really old.
Yeah, he is. Not as old as Nintendo. Man, we're on the segues this week.
Moving along.
Turned 130. So,
Damn.
yeah, they turned 130 on Monday. The company, not the system, but the company itself, was founded in September 23rd, 1889.
Wow.
Doing what?
Damn.
The more you know, right?
Weren't they
The
making
company
toys?
No.
No.
Remember with the more you know segment that they were making playing cards.
Playing cards. There it is. Okay.
Yep. And the playing cards were named Nintendo Kopai. And it was founded 130 years ago by Fushajiro Yamauchi.
Fusajiro.
Yep. So it has outlived the oldest human being on record.
Wow.
So, anyway. So congratulations, Nintendo. Keep making the shit you make. Those crazy games.
Emphasis on shit.
Well, yeah, it's not shit. Nintendo makes good stuff, but
They make cardboard peripherals.
no, they make great games.
Some things can be shit, yes.
Yeah. Okay, Chris. Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is Respawn's VR game. They announced it, so it's going to be
Shit.
Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. So if you want, the trailer's out right now. It's for Oculus Rift, but I don't see it for PlayStation VR. So
God, I got you good, you fucker.
so you're gonna have to get Oculus. It's exclusively for Oculus Rift. Exclusive.
Damn. All right.
Okay, Modern Warfare. Here we go. Was the biggest, huge beta for the franchise ever. The largest, and was the most successful in Call of Duty history. So the data is based on the combined activity for the players on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So yeah,
Who all got to play together?
I did. Anyway,
I watched your stream.
yeah, he did. But,
Well, I was saying, Joe said PS4, Xbox, and PC. I said, and who all got to play together?
yeah,
All
because
those
it's
platforms got to play together.
Everybody did.
crossplay.
Everybody.
did.
Everyone got to touch the tips.
Just a tip. Just a
Docking.
tip.
Docking. Anyway,
That's the thing.
it was interesting seeing in the lobby. We'll get into it later, but you could see the icon next to the gamer tag. Let's see. In this press release, Activision has also reiterated that some of MDub's multiplayer modes will support 100 players at launch.
Oh,
So
100.
Ground War!
Yeah, 50v50 probably. Though
That's
without
pretty
hinting at what these could be, it's possible larger ground war maps will be capable of this scale. So, yeah. Yay, congratulations to Modern Warfare. In other news, Survival, okay, it's part of the game's co-op Spec Ops mode, will be exclusive to PS4 for 1 year.
And there is Demonics. What the fuck?
Call of Duty launches October 25th on PC, PS4, and Xbox Uno. More news about Modern Warfare. Let's get into the survival mode and also Demonics. What the fuck? Sony says this is exciting day one advantage. Yeah. Sony ponies. Yay.
I'm gonna apologize. My daughter walked in. I didn't hear. What is the survival mode?
It's like it's a Spec Ops, and that's all they say. There is
Spec Ops is basically Horde.
yeah,
Okay. All right.
but Sony ponies get it for 1 year before PC and Xbox One players.
Bastards.
And
Yep.
people aren't happy, including PlayStation users, because it's crossplay, but yet they can't play with anyone for a year.
I don't want to fucking play with Sony ponies anyway. No, I'm joking. I have friends that are Sony
Same.
ponies. Game on, guys.
I
Sony
have
ponies.
friends that
Hi.
are black. Some of my best friends are black, Joe. That's
I
what
like
that
my
sounds
thumbsticks.
like.
I want
together.
to know why your hands are this far apart when you say that.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I didn't do that.
Miguel did.
I was
have-
mimicking
I have
Joe.
friends who are black.
Was
But I
he-
wasn't talking about black
was-
people.
Did he turn it around like that? Or was it like that? I think he was meaning that.
I need to skew back and just. I'm just
Jesus.
But yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, so PC and Xbox One players won't be able to play until October 1st, 2020.
Which, incidentally, is when the new Call of Duty will probably be available, so some people will never play.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, never say never.
So far, I like Modern Warfare better than Black Ops. Like, as a whole. Anyway. Yep, that's it for the news.
Sweet. Well, it's time for the dates. Demonic, you ready, buddy?
Yeah, I'm ready. It's short and sweet, and yeah, it's great.
Demonic dates, keeping us on track with what video games are coming out soon.
Cool.
10-1. You know. Y-U-N-O. You know.
Oh, I thought you were
A
saying
girl who chants love at the bound of this world. Forgot to write what that was on. It's probably on Switch.
I was going to say it's on the Switch.
Or PlayStation. I think it's on PlayStation also.
It's one of those.
Destiny 2 Shadowkeep, PlayStation and Xbox. Ready, Set, Heroes on PlayStation. And then 10-2, We Were Here Too. We Were Here Too. Also, that kind of two.
As
On
well.
Xbox,
What was the game? The girl who what?
the girl who chants love at the bound of this world.
That is a long freaking name.
Jesus. I'm Googling it, and... Oh, it's Uno.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, Uno. It's
You know.
it's Uno.
You know?
It's you know.
PS4, Switch, PC. Wait a minute. They're even saying Sega Saturn and Microsoft Windows. How old is this game?
I don't know.
Sega Saturn.
Thank you, IGN.
Yeah, and PlayStation Vita.
Wow.
There's what's that?
That's the
Must
new
be a
Switch,
remake.
right?
Must
Or
be a
that's-
remake.
It's a new handheld, isn't it? No?
That's everything. Short,
Oh.
sweet.
Sweet. All right. So moving on over to the more you know. John, you ready, buddy?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up, step right up, come on down. It's time for the more you know with
The Joker Drone.
This week on The More You Know, I have nothing. I am the most ill-prepared person on this podcast.
Oh, no, you're
You're
prepared because I
all
told you how to prepare for the podcast, so you're prepared.
Yeah, I watched 10 minutes of Miguel's 14-minute video. So I
How was
probably missed
camping?
A lot.
How was
It was
camping?
fun. It was fun. It was fun. I got to get my truck serviced, though, because it was overheating going up the pass.
Is it because you hit a tree stump?
No, I did not hit a tree stump.
Is it because your wife hit a tree stump?
Well, that was a different car. We don't have that.
Must have been all those huge fish you bought at the store.
In Alaska.
Yeah. So again, we still have the contest going on. Get your creative juices flowing. Send us in a letter, a picture, whatever your artistic ability is. And get entered in the contest. I'm gonna say 2 more weeks. If we don't have don't have any more entries, we're gonna end the podcast and the contest, not the podcast, the contest.
We're gonna quit.
Yeah, we're done. We don't have any participation. Why are we even doing this?
Yeah. On John's note too, for seriously, I mean, this is a contest. We're giving away money here. We're giving away our hard-earned cash for this contest. I mean,
You mean
What-
John is?
what does it take?
I mean, I don't work very hard. I sit at a desk all day. That job sold. That job sold. There's that part.
Still, he's making money, and he's willing to
Yeah.
give it to our listeners that are willing to participate. So,
You mean Earl?
Earl's the man. He's gonna get something from us regardless. Look at, he's got $100 cash money right now. That'll be you.
Sorry, that's for me.
Well,
No, that's for me. 'Cause he said he was going to help with the room.
Oh, that's good to know that I'll get kicked back out of that, dude.
Yeah, there we go.
That's for all of
There we
us. I love you, John. You're the best.
I don't know where Chris is coming in on this.
Some popcorn at the game. Oh shit!
All right, so yeah, enter into the contest right now. Earl's the only one who's entered, and he's winning the money. If you enter, worst you could do is get second place at this point.
Yeah, get yourself
If we
a
only
50.
have 2 entries. Yeah, so get in the contest, participate. Want to get something funny?
Yes, do it.
That's all I got.
Sweet. All right, we're gonna move on over to our what the fucks for the week. Do you guys have any what the fucks this week?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
And now it's time for our What the Fucks for the week.
Can I go first?
Yeah,
Can I go
John.
first?
John, go
Can I
first.
go first? What the fuck, WSU? Washington State University Cougars football played UCLA on Saturday. And we were up 32 points in the third quarter and lost
Trojans.
Blue.
won.
67 to 63.
Wow.
Be nice if our team would play defense at some point at all. So yeah, the quarterback threw for 9 touchdowns. Our quarterback, Anthony Gordon, WC's quarterback, 9 touchdowns and lost.
Go blue.
Did you have a question, Chris?
I just want to go second because it's gonna segue off of yours.
Okay, my other is Michigan also lost. And the Seahawks lost. So it was just a really shitty football weekend for me.
Yeah.
That's it. What do you got, Chris?
Well, piggybacking off of you as far as defense goes, Cardinals lost to the Carolina Panthers to Kyle Allen, which was just fucking carved us up.
Ooh, it was nasty.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. K1 can't do everything. Chandler Jones can't do everything. Our secondary needs to get their head out of their asses and play some fucking football. Or else it's going to be a really rough weekend for me if we don't. So, but we
I
did.
want to hear about it.
We let go Crabtree and we picked up a safety from the Saints, Chris Banjo.
Crap.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens on Sunday in person.
Yes, we will. But
Go Hawks.
yeah, go Cards. But that's pretty much my what the fuck. So Miguel, go for
Hawks.
it.
Go Hawks.
I'm bringing a jersey for you, Miguel.
Oh, sweet. Does that mean you got the that one jersey where?
No, I haven't got it. One of my coworkers got a new jersey. He's gonna let me borrow his old one.
Okay.
So you have a choice of Earl Thomas or Doug Baldwin. Both players don't play for the Seahawks anymore, but they're Seahawks jerseys.
Okay. My what the fucks. State of Play happened yesterday.
The Sony, right?
Yes. It was terrible. No wonder why Sony did not go to E3. All they had to show was stupid Hideo Kojima game and Last of Us 2. That's the only redeeming thing about it. Everything else looks like for people that are dropping acid or little kids. That's what Sony has coming out, aside from The Last of Us 2. So, what the fuck, Sony? I see why you didn't go to E3, because you ain't got shit in your lineup coming up that people will care about. Fucking tweakers might care about it, but it's like artsy bullshit games. I already talked about Call of Duty Survival 1 year exclusive on PS4. What the fuck there? And I guess my last what the fuck, and maybe controversial, people concerned about violence because of the Joker movie, because of the whole Aurora shooting that happened with Dark Knight Rises. I mean, they're already starting to blame this movie on violence that may or may not occur. What the fuck?
PC society.
I mean, I get that some people could be inspired, I don't know if that's the right term, by movies like this, but come on, don't blame the movies. It's last week you were blaming games, this week it's movies. Just when are you gonna blame people?
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, the porn industry is rising.
Is that a pun, Joe?
Yeah. The stocks have increased.
Enhance.
What about you, Joe? You know what the
Enhance.
Any what the fucks? Nope. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't have a what the fuck.
What?
No Call of Duty, what the fucks?
Call of Duty, what the fucks? No.
Surprising.
Sports?
Sport? I'm happy with my team. I'm happy with my quarterback. I mean, yeah.
All right.
I have a what the fuck. Joe is content.
Yeah, I don't really know what. Sky's not falling.
Not yet.
He's just so excited to see you on Saturday.
I know.
I'm excited to be there.
It's going to be fun.
I can't wait. We'll save that for Rando. Is that it, Joe? You don't have anything?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, so we're going to move on over to our main topic of the week. It's going to be Modern Warfare, the new Call of Duty game that's coming out. There's a beta that was out this weekend, I believe, right? This last weekend. And Joe and Miguel had a chance to play this. What's going on with the new beta, guys? What's up with
Do
it?
not read my texts.
No.
Clearly. I want to hear yours and John's thoughts off of watching gameplay before Joe and I dive into it.
All right, so when I watched your stream, it felt a lot like Battlefield 4, watching Battlefield, whatever mode it is. It just looked like Battlefield to me, but with the Call of Duty flair. So it had like your kill streaks and all that stuff. So I thought it was pretty neat. I mean, I can't wait to play it. I don't know how it feels because I wasn't playing it, but just the way it looked awesome, and it looks like a lot of fun to me. John?
We already decided you're going to hate it.
Okay, we'll see.
I mean, the graphics look great just from watching the video of Miguel's gameplay. The mode you were playing, it just looks like there's so much going on, and I don't know that that's really my kind of gameplay, because I don't know. Well, it'll be fun to play it. From playing the alpha, I really enjoyed the mechanics and everything of it, so I'm really excited to play it. I don't know. Was that Ground War? Is that the mode you were playing?
Yes.
I don't know that I'll be super into Ground War, but I'm really excited to play the rest of the game and see what it's like.
Just wait until you play Ground War.
We'll see.
I was skeptical too because I was like, this is just Battlefield, but it's
I do
amazing.
like that they picked up that Battlefield type thing where you can spawn on your friends
Yes.
just for Ground War.
just for Ground War. I like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have to go back and play some Battlefield and get John accustomed to some. Well, before it comes out, get John accustomed to that large scale 64 player map where
So
you're
let's-
capturing 5 objectives. And
Only if we're playing Battlefield 4.
well,
Ain't playing anything else.
are there really any other Battlefield games? Let's be honest.
I
Do
don't
any
know
other
if
ones really exist?
I don't know if I have Battlefield 4.
You
Not
do.
anymore.
I thought you
do.
bought it.
I do.
Yeah, you
I
should
thought
have
you
it.
Yeah.
I had
You had
Battlefield
said.
5.
I remember you saying you bought 4.
I do too.
Did you either buy it or was it? I remember it was like free, wasn't it? At one point where you could
Maybe.
download it.
Maybe it was something that somebody else had.
I recall a conversation of you saying you had bought Battlefield 4. We'll have to check.
I will check.
It's slightly. I like it less, but it's the same play type.
Okay. There's a can in front of my screen, and I'm trying to figure out where my icon is over there.
Joe?
Okay. Those of you that have been following us from the beginning remember the little game show that we did, the TV show where we had the debate of what was better, Battlefield or Call of Duty.
I remember.
At the time, we said that Battlefield was better. Some of us did. Not anymore. I'm sorry. Call me flip-floppy. Whatever. I don't care. At the time, Battlefield was better. Not anymore. Now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is the shit. It's the game. It's the game that we've been wanting. It's realistic. It doesn't feel kind of like, I don't know how to say it. It doesn't feel like a PC game because every time you play Battlefield, it feels like the frame rate's turned way up and you just feel like super, I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like you're playing a PC game. And honestly, I like PC games. I've played PC shooters before. I played Insurgency Sandstorm. But when I'm playing on a console, I don't want that same feel. Modern Warfare just does it for me. The frame rate is great, but just the feel and the controls in the game allows you to, I don't know, you feel real. You don't feel like you just have a controller in your hand.
Immersed.
Yes, thank you. Immersed. With the sound, the gameplay. I don't know. I think this is gonna, I don't know. I have to wait for single player, but as far as multiplayer shooter of the year, this is it. I think finally, whatever fucking Fortnite is or whatever anything else is, this is the game to beat this year as far as shooters go. It's nice to go back to Modern Warfare and deal with realistic weapons, realistic, even when the vehicles, like you only get a certain number of vehicles, I think it's 2 at the beginning. And then when the vehicle gets destroyed, it actually comes in through a C-130, flies in over the map and parachutes the vehicle in and lands it on your headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just everything in the game. The bullet, ricochet, sniper scopes, everything like that. Bullet drop. You actually have bullet drop now. And I love it. You can shoot through walls in this game.
That's cool. That's nice.
Yes. Very nice. And when I first started playing, I was like, where the fuck did that come from? And I turn around, look behind me, and I was like, wait, nobody's there. Oh, shit, they're across. So then I had LMG, and I'm just like shooting through the walls, and I'm getting hit markers, and I'm just like, taking people out through the wall.
That's cool. That's really cool.
So I'm very happy with what they've done. They give you what you need, not everything that you want, but again, kill streaks are back. Grenades, you get a certain number per
Life.
per play. So you can't go back and go to an ammo supply and get more grenades. So it's not just a grenade fest and you just have somebody just throwing grenades. You get 2 per, or depending on the perk, as you level up, you can unlock perks which add an additional grenade. So you can have 2 frag grenades, 1 flash grenade, or 1 stun grenade. And it's really great. The weapon customization is on point. I like it. It's probably not as detailed as Breakpoint at this moment, at least in the beta.
There's definitely, they added pros and cons to every attachment. So
Yes.
if you put a sight on, it's going to affect your time to pull up your weapon and look down sights. If you do a grip, it might make you pull up faster, but reload might be slower. So there's pros and cons to every attachment that you equip. And previous Call of Duties, you had 10 slots for your gun, your attachment, everything, perks. You could only have 10 items overall. Here you have your 3 perks, you have your weapon, you can put 5 attachments on it, whatever attachments you want to put. And there's also perks for your weapons. So you can have a sleight of hand, so you've been practicing with that gun and you know how to reload faster with that specific weapon. You can add a perk where you spawn with all reserve munitions, so you have full ammo for that weapon. So it's a very nice change. There's also so much content. Yes, John.
The weapons, are they all available from the beginning, or do you have to unlock them like you do in normal?
Level.
Okay.
Level up.
All right.
Yeah. Standard level up, unlock. Same with your attachments. You have to level up that specific weapon to get attachments for
Okay.
it, which
Just like all the other ones.
yeah,
Standard.
and they level up fairly quickly, especially when you're playing Ground War. You get a shit ton of points in Ground War. There's so many modes. I feel like they've overhauled this multiplayer, because they have the 2v2, they have the 6v6, which we've always known for Call of Duty. They added in a 10v10, where it's those same 6v6 maps with 10 players on each side. They have Ground War for 32v32, I believe. Sounds like they may have 50 versus 50. They have a night mode, so you can go into... I didn't get to play it. Joe got to play it, so he can talk about it. But the maps that they have them at nighttime, so you have your night vision and all that. Joe said he really liked it. I didn't get to play that mode. Thoughts, Joe?
Yeah, the what do you call it? Night vision, man. The night vision maps were really great. It felt like I don't want to say it is, but it feels like Rainbow Six. Like, you remember Ghost Recon, the original? Like, you know, when you had the night vision and it was all green screen. This is kind of like a grayish blue, but it's still the same thing. You know, muzzle flash, and it just like blinds, and you have laser sights. And the cool thing about the night vision mode, in which other players, it gives away their position, was any player that was walking around aiming with their gun or aiming down the sights, it gave away their position because their laser was activated. So you had to like literally go around the map without, you know, looking down the sights and being ready to point around the corner. So as you were going around a corner, if you saw a laser coming out the doorway, you know, motherfucker's camping in this room, so I'm going to throw a flashbang in there, run in there and just rip him apart, or flank him, go around the back and get him from the backside. But I really enjoyed it. Yeah, the night vision. Wow, I was really, the graphics, like I said, the graphics are great. Everything is just outstanding. Kudos to was it Infinity Ward for this one. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I think it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. It really is. I mean,
In amount of content and just overall reception, it's going to be a huge game this year, I believe.
and this was only the multiplayer. This wasn't even the single player. This wasn't anything else. This was just multiplayer. And what they did during the beta was every day of the beta they changed the maps.
That's cool.
Or excuse me, they didn't change the maps. What they did was they you have quick play, which you could filter which maps you wanted to use or which matches you wanted to play in, and then they had the 2 featured modes. So like day 1 was I think it was the night one, and then there was another one, cyber attack, where you had to go and kind of like in what was it?
And
is it like 0 hour where you have to go in and you have to hack and you have to like that's what it was like. That's that mode, and then there was the night vision.
Yeah, and that mode, that's another thing. Like we're talking about all the stuff that they've added. So cyber attack, I played it. It feels like sabotage. There used to be a mode sabotage where each team has an objective and there's a single bomb in the middle of the map and both teams are fighting to plant the bomb. There is one bomb, so the teams are fighting, but it's 6v6 or maybe 10v10 when it's released. But when you die, you're dead. But you can be revived by your teammates. So this is an entirely new mode that's kind of like sabotage crossed with what's that mode? Seek and destroy, search and destroy. It's like combination of that with revives. So it's a different game mode, and it was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like Firewall 0 Hour exactly, because they have revives in that, and you're dead, you're dead. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then like day 2 was Ground War, and then what was the one that we played? It was almost like it's 2v2.
Oh, it was it was the 2v2, except it didn't spawn everyone with the same weapons. You had to pick up your weapons.
Yeah, so you spawned, with nothing, and like it's I don't know. I'm hoping the maps change, because the first map, it's kind of more of like first to pick up the gun and aim and shoot, like quick draw almost. But like Miguel and I spawned side by side, and he had a gun to his right, I had a gun to my left, and then there was a larger gun, like a shotgun. Sorry, I'm texting. There's a shotgun down in the front, and you could like run down and get it, or you could go after like a AK or LMG or whichever was right available for you. And then in the center of that small like map was knives, flashbangs, stuff like that. So it was about, first to pick up, first to get the gun, and aim at the opponent and take them out. One thing I will say is, though, in that mode, picking up the guns was a little bit challenging, because you have to literally hold the button. It's not like I walk over a gun and it automatically equips. You have to like hold X, or I think it's X, right? I think you have to hold X, and there's a little like bar that goes around X, and then you pick up the gun. And then there's whenever you change or pick up a new gun, there's always a animation for reloading, like loading the chamber, or when you pick up an LMG, you can see it with the weight of the LMG, and then you hear them like, and then they're ready to go. Same thing with a shotgun. You pick up a shotgun, and they cock the barrel, and they're ready to go.
That's cool.
So animations are great. Everything is great. I have nothing. Honestly, I don't have anything bad to say. And we played this for, Jesus, how many? I mean, it was
many hours.
Many hours that we played this mode. And I mean, by far, Ground War is better than Battlefield. I'm sorry. It doesn't match up to Battlefield 4 yet. But this is
because we played the same map over and over and over.
Yes,
right.
And the more we played the map, we knew like these hiding spots, and we knew where to go and how to flank. And I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing in the beta that was really great.
While you're thinking about great things, I'm going to talk about the one gripe that I have. So, sniping. It feels like Battlefield sniping. You have bullet drop and everything. The only thing is there is no way to find a range of how far your enemies are. So you're just going, I think that's about the right trajectory, fire. And even so, like Battlefield, you could see where your bullets landed, and you could accommodate for that with your next shot. You can't see most of the time where you're hitting. So it's like, I don't know how far off I was. So there is a little work that could be done with sniping at long ranges, but other than that, it was enjoyable.
Again, that's just, we're in beta right now, so, I mean, they're probably going to fix all of that.
I did notice that when I was sniping with the 50 cal, because I found one on the ground. I picked it up and I did see the actual bullet drop. I could see it, but it was the lower powered rifles that I couldn't see it. But it was the 50 cal. Yeah, I was like, and you could see it where it went.
Yeah, and you can see it for the most part, but it's not always visible depending on range. Sometimes it's just like, where the fuck did my bullet go?
Right.
Or I feel like I'm right on someone and I didn't hit anything.
Yeah, I know. I was blind firing for like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, trying to fucking get this guy right at the right tick. He took me out. But the weapons are really cool. It's not like you start with shitty weapons. It's not like that at all. You start out with decent weapons. And I noticed a lot of times, like, you start off with the M16 for assault rifles, but then the M3, is it the M3?
M4A3.
I don't know if it was the M4A3, but
the AK is second.
Yeah, it's like the M16, AK, and then there's an M13. I think it's M13. But I noticed that the M16 was way better than the M13, so I'm like, why did they have that weapon unless the M13 has better upgrades to upgrade the weapon, scopes, and stuff like that. And
the
as
scars at the bottom.
Yeah. As you progress, as you use the weapon, you level that weapon up. And a lot of the scopes and
silencers and muzzle brakes.
Exactly. Scopes, stocks, magazines, everything. It's not, you don't see what you're going to unlock. You don't see it. So when you level up, it says you leveled up, whatever to this level. And then you go into the menu and you can, oh, look, I unlocked this, or I unlocked the ACOG scope. And go ahead. I think we're throwing the same thought right now. But go ahead.
You can change your classes mid-match.
Yep. And your loadout mid-match.
That's nice.
You can change the loadout, but it won't change until after you respawn.
Okay.
So if you're like LMG, and then you're like, fuck, I want something with a little bit more precision, then I'll switch to assault rifle, and then when you die, you're just like, grenade, oh, boom, you die, and then you come back and you're like, bitches, I got you.
Yeah, SMGs, they felt accurately powered. Like, I had to use a whole clip to kill 2 guys, which it's provided I missed some shots. So that's not just like not missing. That's like, he's dead. I'm still shooting because I don't anticipate him dying with that last bullet. But LMGs, they felt accurately powered, just like dead, dead.
Yeah,
it was. They feel well balanced. Joe and I both started using the LMG in Ground War because of reloading issues. Yeah, you had to reload. It takes a long ass time, but the time in between reloads, like, you could have 5 people running through a doorway and you're just do. If you had a MP5, you're fucked.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's really great. Even the kill streaks, like personal, what is it? They had a personal
drone,
a radar.
Not drone, but yeah, radar.
So you'd have like this little mini helicopter that's, well, not mini, but it's, a helicopter, but it's smaller, and it's flying above your location, and you can literally shoot it out of the sky. So somebody will call in their kill streak, and you're like, fuck your personal drone, and then it's done. And then you get points for that. Any and all kill streaks, with the exception of I think even the C-130, but I think I was in one match where they got to use white phosphorus. Luckily, I was on the same team, so it didn't affect me. But yeah, it basically just makes everything white. It's just this white cloud, and it burns. It slowly, it takes away everybody's milk. Yeah. The attack chopper I got to use was really great because you actually get to control it. Whereas in the other Modern Warfares, I don't think it was just on a track and you could just point and shoot.
Yeah.
This one, you can actually control where the helicopter goes and with the left stick, and then you're shooting it with the trigger, and right bumper is other shit. So
yeah,
it's like, wow.
And my loadout was at a sniper and an LMG, and one of the attachments for LMG is FMJ. So I would throw that on my LMG because I don't have anything that's anti-air, and I would just sit there and just up at the helicopters or whatever, and it worked. It was very useful anti-air item aside from launchers when you don't want to necessarily carry a launcher. So
Yeah, launchers are pretty limited. They only give you 2 missiles, but you can go back to an ammo supply and re-up 1 missile, reload it, and then go back and get another one. So
yeah, at
you
each
can-
point there's restocks.
at each control point, there's restocks. FMJ also has the ability to slow down the target. So if you have somebody running at you full speed and you're just like ba-doom, 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 with the LMG, it actually slows them down and it kind of stuns them. It says that it throws them back, but I haven't seen it yet. At least in the beta, I didn't see it.
Overall, amazing. Love it. Can't wait.
love
I miss it.
Yep.
I'm excited to play it. Everything you guys have described kind of reminds me a lot of Insurgency.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like reload time for the LMGs is realistic, takes forever. But
Yeah, you see him like
you got this big old ammo box, like what Earl likes to use on Insurgency is the PKM, and it's got this big ammo box, and he runs most of the map on one ammo box, and like it lasts forever. It's pretty cool. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I like that you can shoot down the kill streaks.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So it's like
I watched
UAV
Miguel's video, and he shot down a fighter jet.
VTOL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the kill streaks are, again, kill streaks. They're not score streaks. So you get points and XP for doing all this other shit, capturing points and stuff, but that's not going towards your kill streak. It is strictly based off kills.
Nice.
Also, there's a perk. I loved it. So back in old Modern Warfare days, if you got a Predator missile, you could drop it on 2 people, and that would count as 2 kills and give you a Harrier. You could call it in. There's a perk for that. So without this perk, if you kill someone with a kill streak, it doesn't count towards your kill streak count. But with this perk, if you kill like 5 people with an airstrike, if it's still within the same life you got the airstrike, it'll count towards kills for your next kill streak. So that was pretty cool.
You only get 3 perks,
Yeah.
and you get, I think you get, I don't know, what is it?
Kill streaks, you mean?
No, perks.
Oh. You get 3 perks for your player, but then you can also apply perks to your weapons.
Yes.
Yes. Also, your kill streaks, you only get 3 per life. So once you max out your kill streaks in a life, it doesn't reset like old Call of Duties would,
Okay.
where you got your max one, okay, now you're starting over again, and you get them all over again within 1 life. You have to die for that to happen.
And then they completely reset if you die. So let's say you get your you get your max kill streak, and then you die, and then you lose it
You
all.
keep it. No, you keep it.
You get to keep it.
You get to keep it. If you don't use it,
you get to
You don't
keep the
use
kill
it.
streak, but if you don't get to keep counting from wherever you
Yeah.
want.
No.
Right. No,
So,
but if you
got all your
unlock,
kill streaks and you die, you still have them when you come back.
yes, exactly. Right.
That's cool.
But as soon as you use it, you lose it. So, the character customization, there wasn't really a lot. Like when you start,
It's just character select, not really.
you just get to
customization.
select characters. It's really cool. I know this is something small, but when you're in the lobby pre-match, it shows your team, and it shows them like walking through like a battlefield, and they're like, the characters are doing this, and it shows your whole team before you start the match. So it shows everybody.
Man team.
Yeah, you see like 32 guys, and they're all however they look, or however the character, they selected the character to look like. That's the person, and you see him like walking through this battlefield or this field, and it's. I thought that was really cool that they added that in there, like a pre-match type thing to show
rather than just a list of players. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually like they have the names, but then they show the characters like, walking through, and it's really neat. It's
That's
really,
cool.
really neat. Yeah, and you can, the vehicles when you drive them, The vehicle system's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit, there's a slight learning curve to it, but once you get a hang of it, I mean, shit, I've gotten like 20 kills in a match because I'm in an APC and I'm just like, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom,
I
ba-doom,
hate those guys.
ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. It's like, you guys always complain about Bastion mains. When I did play the couple times in Overwatch, I was a Bastion main, so yes, I love getting in an APC, but when you're in a vehicle, it doesn't count towards your kill streak.
Oh.
So any kill in a vehicle, yeah, you'll get points for it, but it won't count towards your kill streak. So you can't jump into APC, take out 10 guys, jump out, drop white phosphorus, jump back in, do it again, call a C-130. No, you can't do that shit.
Plus, you have people like me who are there with an LMG just shooting at you till it blows up.
Yeah, or a Simtex.
I hate vehicles. I hate them.
But at least they're limiting the map, so you're not like Battlefield where you've got like 6 tanks in one area and everybody's just boom, boom, boom. No, you're limited. Each team, I think, only gets 2. At least in the map we were playing, they only got 2.
I've seen like 3 or 4.
Well, they had ATV, APC, and then an anti-infantry tank.
And then there was a helicopter just for teleport or
Just-
transportation. Yeah. There was no weapons on it.
Right.
They want a majority of the weapons from vehicles to come from kill streaks, not necessarily people driving around. Chris?
The flying vehicles, can you control those, or are those actually automatically controlled?
Depends on what it is.
So
Like
what
the
are and what aren't?
Okay. The helicopter, when you start the map, if you jump in it, you can fly that, and you can fly it to a location.
But it's
kill
strictly
streak-
for just transportation.
right. The
Okay.
VTOL, I don't think you can. You control the VTOL.
You can tell it to patrol an area. That's about it.
I
Okay.
know the attack chopper. You can actually control that and move it.
Okay.
Because at first I was like, oh, okay, this is like, the other attack chopper where you're only aiming the weapon. And then I started getting shot and I was like, I moved the left stick and the
Oh, is that the
helicopter-
gunner?
Yeah, helicopter went left and I was like, oh my God. So I moved it all the way around the other side of the map and then I was just taking people out. So
Yeah, a majority of them are like airstrikes, not necessarily controlled, but you pick where it's going to land.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, they have a precision strike, cruise missile, the VTOL, the attack chopper. I think there's another airstrike, but it's with missiles. So, like the precision strike, it's like the A-10s come in and they just in a straight line. One runs down bullet fire, and then the other one comes in with missiles. And then they have
VTOL's basically an old school Harrier.
it's a Harrier that just sits there and just fucking just takes people out. The attack chopper, like I said, it's like a Black Hawk, and you get to control it. There's another one, precision missiles, where you pick an area and it drops missiles like doom, 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 like almost like mortars in a straight line.
Okay.
Carpet bomb.
Yeah. So and white phosphorus, when you're like, oh fuck, when you hear that, you're just like, run away, run away. Chris.
So then all ground vehicles, are those fully controllable? Is that kind of how that works?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean,
And-
there's only a couple that you can fire from. It's not like Battlefield where you have tanks and anti-air and all this other stuff. There's only like 3 different vehicles because they want you to use kill streaks rather than have 10 vehicles going around the map.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
Like
it's more boots on the ground than Battlefield.
Okay.
Yeah, the
gotcha.
APC has the anti-infantry has a tank cannon, and then you can have a 50 cal gunner above the turret. And I think there's like 4 other storage or 4 other spots for people to be inside. The APC only has 1 cannon and it seats 6. So everybody can jump in the APC while one person is the gunner and you're driving, and then you can just transport everybody over there. And then the ATV obviously is like, one controlling and one, shooting.
One thing you may not like, Chris, is Battlefield. You climb in the vehicle, right?
Right.
It has that animation.
Uh-huh.
This is just like teleport into vehicle, teleport out of vehicle. So it's standard Call of Duty,
Okay.
getting in vehicles and getting out.
Gotcha.
The last thing I want to touch on is we talked about immersion, but at the beginning of the matches, when you're spawning in to your base where you're starting the map, you are being driven in a vehicle. Granted, some of them just go straight through gates, or you get dropped in by a helicopter, or you're walking out of a different kind of helicopter to get to that spawn point. There's some people that just spawn, they're already there, but majority of the time you're being dropped off in a vehicle, so it just adds to that immersion.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay, that's
very,
cool.
Very cool. Very
That's
cool.
that's a lot like Insurgency too. You start the match in the back of a truck, and it's
Yeah.
driving you to where you're going.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. It's exactly what it is.
Very
Not
cool.
a truck, but I mean, it's like Chinook,
Yeah.
or you come in sitting on the side of a chopper, and you're just like, oh,
Or you
fuck.
rappel down.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's cool. It
Love
sounds
it.
like they've taken elements of a bunch of different shooter games and added it to Call of Duty, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It'll be exciting to play on my new Xbox One X.
I'm just excited because I've never, like, we played Battlefield before, we played World War II, and it's just like, okay, cool. But this one, I didn't care. Like, mentally, I wasn't like, okay, let's just go shoot people, start again, go shoot people. I literally had fun. You know,
There were moments of what the fuck, but
there were, but
Very
John,
outweighed.
I know you had a concern when we first started talking about the game. There are hot spots on the map. There are choke points. Those are the points that normally are the most populated, and people just sit there. So there's one point, I think it's point C,
C.
and there's one building. Point C is in the middle of a bridge. So you have one building on one side and one building on the other side. One team is usually in one part of that building, and another team is in the other part of the building. And they're just shooting like across this bridge. It's like, it's like a
Throwing frags and
throwing frags, but it reminds me of like
clusterfuck.
what was that movie? There was an old parody Western movie where two guys were hiding behind a barrel, and he came up and he was like, pew, pew,
Yeah,
pew.
pretty much.
They're
And that's
hiding
what it
behind
is.
the same barrel.
Well, yeah, and they're just like pew, and they're missing each other, pew. But that's what it's like. It's like
Yeah.
that.
But even though it's a clusterfuck right there, you feel safe from kill streaks. Like there's all these kill streaks that can be called in, but I mean it's covered. You're not going to get killed by anything in this clusterfuck of a ground battle. So I think the map that we got to play was only one map that they had available. It was well balanced for what it was. There were locations that were outside. There were some that were there were 3 inside or 2 inside, 1 on that bridge, so you could easily be sniped from the side, so you don't have full cover. And then there were 2 that were outside on the outskirts of the main building where the other 3 were.
like
So
outside the headquarters,
yeah,
and the headquarters had a dotted line. The headquarters are outside of that dotted line, so an enemy cannot go past. It's kind of like that spawn point, that safe point, like Battlefield has. You can't go past that.
yeah. John
they're-
texted me earlier. He's like, "I see you spawn camping." I'm like, "Well, they can spawn wherever, so not really."
Well, we were trying to snipe from the spawn points, just trying to see what we could hit.
Yeah, and it wasn't going well.
No, Chris.
So what you guys are saying too is in this clusterfuck or in these hot spots, there is a chance of if you were to spawn on your teammate that you could just get killed right away.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
they prevent you from spawning on your teammate if your teammate is in combat.
Right, similar to
However-
Battlefield. Yeah.
However,
Battlefield
like
5.
Miguel, however, if like I spawn right before a gunfight, then the problem is I've spawned on Miguel, and a guy has come in the room right as I'm spawning on Miguel and taken Miguel and myself out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I just spawned.
I've spawned on a friendly on a grenade, so yeah.
So that's a good strategy to let the listeners know, like during a clusterfuck or in a hotspot, just be wary of spawning on your teammates. You might get killed right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the maps, as far as the mini map goes and the sonar, like it'll show you gunfire. Other than that, unless there's a UAV, you don't see them. Like you only see them with gunfire, and you'll have a ping that happens like every second and a half, maybe
Probably,
2 seconds. So it's like you're constantly like looking up at the mini map, and then you're like, okay, this fucker's coming around the corner. He was shooting, so I'm gonna go take him out. And I've gone in rooms, and I'm like, well, there's nobody there, and then I just fucking campers.
And it also has, if someone gets pinged, it has if they're on your floor, if they're above you, if they're below you.
It
Oh,
has a
that's
little
cool.
arrow like above or below. They have a
Yeah.
circle, so it's above or below. Chris.
Are there perks or abilities to take you off the minimap?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. There's
Well-
a ghost perk.
Okay.
Ghost prevents UAV from seeing you, but if
That's
you
true. Yeah.
have a silenced gun, you're still going to be seen.
Okay.
And
Listen.
speaking of silenced guns, I want to make a quick point. I actually love this. Equipping a silencer on the weapon actually didn't take statistics off of the gun like all the other games.
Hmm.
It actually added statistics to the gun. So
That's
in all the other shooting games, when you add a silencer on,
It
You're-
reduces your range.
it reduces. Yeah, it still reduces your range, but it actually increased your accuracy a little bit.
Which is that balance part
Yeah.
of it.
So it's like,
Pros and
do I want
cons.
to reduce my range or increase my accuracy? You know, it's just like, yeah. So I actually enjoyed equipping a silencer on this game.
Adjustable fire rate,
Yep. Just
can
a click of
semi-auto, full auto.
the D-pad. It'll sit there and click, click. Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
I'm really excited. You guys, everything you guys are talking about, is just like Insurgency, and I love playing Insurgency.
So
So they've
much
got
fun.
they've got just real quick assault rifles. They have LMGs. They have SMGs. They have sniper rifles, and they have marksman rifles and
And
pistols
shotguns.
and shotguns. So marksman rifles are kind of like the one I was using. It reminded me of like a Garand, M1 Garand. It
Hmm.
wasn't the M1, but it felt like, you know, when you're looking down the sights, it had metal sights. It reminded me of a Garand, but it wasn't. I want to say it might have been a, what is it?
Mosin,
Mosin Nagant. Yeah.
Nagant. Yeah, Mosin Nagant.
Mosin Nagant. Yeah. So it reminds me of one of those, which I fired one of those. So
Those are
it's-
fun. I like those.
Yeah. So it reminded me of that. Plus, it didn't have like all the what's it's for of a sniper rifle. So you could have the marksman. It was a high-powered rifle, but you weren't like looking down the scope. It was like metal sights, but it had the same power as a sniper rifle, and you're just like badoom, clack, 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 badoom. You know, your bolt action. So
That's cool.
There's something else I was going to say. I mean, this isn't what I was going to say, but historically, I've really enjoyed 6v6 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty games, Boots on the Ground, 6v6. I'm really enjoying the ground war and the huge maps. I actually enjoy playing that more than the standard 6v6 that Call of Duty is known for.
Sweet, man. I'm totally excited for this game. I can't wait to actually try it out myself. So
I've already
Super
gone and
stoked.
pre-ordered the special $100 edition. So I'm not getting the night vision goggles. No, I'm not getting that. I'm just
Ah.
I did it digital because I looked at what was available for pre-order physical copies, and it was nothing. It was like a steel book. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I wanted the goggles, but those are all gone. So I just said, fuck it. I'll do the digital $100. I'll do that.
Yeah, and no season pass, so everyone's on the same page except for Spec Ops Survival.
Fucking Sony.
Sony pony.
I love it. I want it in my life.
sweet. Is that all?
Today is the 25th. We have 1 month.
The only fucking bullshit thing is like it's not about the game. Is it Breakpoint comes out before Call of Duty, and I want to play Breakpoint so bad, but I know Breakpoint doesn't have the scale that Modern Warfare does. So I know if I want like the Ubisoft story mode single player co-op type thing, like, you know, Ghost Recon Division, well, like Ghost Recon, then I'll play Breakpoint. But then when everybody else logs into Modern Warfare, I'm gonna be like, all right, let's go, ground war, boom, switching. So unless Breakpoint blows me away day one, I'll probably swap over to ground war or Modern Warfare really fast.
That's more of a tactical thing, so I think they're going to be
Yeah.
two different ends of the spectrum.
So it's like stealthy or just guns blazing. Let's go have a great time.
Yeah.
I had you, you bastard. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that shit. Oh, good stuff. Sweet. Is there anything else you guys wanted to add to Call of Duty before we bounce?
One thing, well, two things out of this one thing. Lobby chat. I was in a lobby chat on a 6v6, and it felt like Modern Warfare, the way everyone was talking. Like, old school 360 chat lobbies.
Just talking a bunch of shit.
The toxicity.
Together.
Yes,
Yep.
it felt like that.
That's awesome.
Another thing about chat is, I don't know if they're going for this effect. Joe said maybe they're going for this effect, but it sounds muffled and far away. Maybe
Yes.
like you're talking through an actual radio. That may have been what they're going for, but even Joe talking to him in lobby chat, he sounded that way. So it sounded more of like robotic chat through, not robotic, but like through a radio rather than through the internet.
That's game chat. Like if you're going through game chat, yeah, it does sound like an ops mic where like it's like real tinny and it's not like you're wearing a headset and a fancy mic and but if you go into party chat, it's normal. But just when you're in game chat, it's like
Roger.
Roger. Beep, beep.
Sweet. Anything else you guys want to add, or are we done? All right, sweet. We're going to move on over to rando shit. Do you guys have any rando shit this week before we close out?
Happy birthday, Mark Hamill. The best Joker ever.
Yes,
I am right here.
Except for that Joker.
Ah, yes.
My only other rando besides Happy Birthday, Mark Hamill is Jurassic World 3 is bringing back the original cast.
What?
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is cool.
So that's a thing.
We get to see the kids all grown up and shit.
Not the kids, the adults.
Oh, fuck.
They didn't
All
say
right.
anything about the kids. It's I forget their names.
Sam Neill. It's Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and I don't know what the girl's name is. Laura Dern. Laura Dern. She was in Star Wars. Laura Dern. Yeah.
Yeah.
Samuel
So
Jackson's
they're coming
dead,
back
so
for-
he's not coming back. Okay.
Well, his hand might be there, still hanging.
Oh, Jesus. It's still there like a skeleton.
Like, I was like, "Are you there?" Like, oh, yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, that's
It'll
the
be a
thing.
big pile of shit. There'll be a sign like, "This is motherfucking shit." Anyway.
Any hoot.
That's all I got for rando.
Okay. Anybody else? Joe?
I saw, like, I don't know. In my opinion, of course, some people say my opinion is flawed, but I saw Godzilla King of Monsters, and man,
This could go
what a-
two ways.
What a great movie. Did you see the utter destruction of Boston? Fucking A. Godzilla, you are the shit. Destroyed Boston, like leveled it like nothing else. Just took a big shit, defeated fucking enemy. Oh God, I can't even think of the name, but
King Ghidorah.
yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the movie. It was like my expectations weren't high of it. I watched it. The boys wanted to see it, and I was like, all right, let's watch it. And we watched it, and I was like, oh, this is not bad. Then the final battles in Boston, I'm like, oh shit. And they're like, well, Godzilla's gonna go thermonuclear like an atom bomb, and he fucking goes from blue shit to red shit and levels Boston. So I was like, huh, fuck you, Boston, suck it. So yeah, I love that movie. I mean, I loved it before because I'm a huge Godzilla fan, but then like when that happened, that's it. That's the cream. That's cherry on top. If they could have just had Tom Brady like, oh, and just turned him to dust and shit, I would have been awesome. Awesome. But yeah, definitely rent it. Oh, going back to movies, we did watch the new Aladdin.
And
Good, bad?
Fuck that, man. If you like the original cartoon, don't watch the new Aladdin. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
Did you rent it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
good.
$5. I rented it. The boys wanted to see it. Ceci wanted to see it. The songs are the same. A whole new world. Anyway. I was disappointed because like one of the most badass villains, like all Disney movies, Jafar, he's like just some regular dude. He looks, I'm not trying to be racist, but he fucking looks like a terrorist. I'm sorry, but he just looks like, meh. Like, I'm not scared of you when I look at you. And he's trying to be like, and he's got nasty teeth, and he's like, I'm Jafar. I want to be the most powerful being ever. And it's just like, no, it's not the same as the animated one. Will Smith, okay, high five. You got paid. That's it. There's nothing that's going to top Robin Williams as the genie. The animation, the way that they did the animation in the cartoon, they could not match that same flair and that same movement in the live action. So as far as I'm concerned, Disney live action movies can suck balls. That's it. Chris.
Have you seen the Dumbo movie? Because I thought that was pretty good. The Dumbo live action.
No, I haven't seen it. I did see Jungle Book, and I'm like, I like the cartoon way better than the Jungle Book, except for Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken,
Scarlett Johansson.
No, Christopher Walken. And they had the cowbell in the thing, and yeah, that was okay. I was like, yay, but no. John, you had a question?
I didn't even know they made a Dumbo live action movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did.
Why?
Because they make everything live action. Mulan's coming next.
Peach
Yeah.
Dragon.
Mulan,
Dumbo.
I might see, because Mulan wasn't really like a far-fetched fantasy movie. It depends on how they do. Was it Mushu?
Mushu.
If they have Eddie Murphy come back as Mushu,
Better.
They
and
better.
I'll be like,
Game on.
best one ever. But I know there's a lot of protest on the new Mulan. I guess I don't know what it is. Just like there was with Aladdin, because they didn't get somebody of Indian descent or Middle Eastern descent to play Jasmine. It was just a British girl with a tan. She'd been in the tanning booth. And the thing that kind of, I don't know, it's the PC, it's the climate of the times and everything. They're trying to make everything political. They gave Jasmine this one scene, this one song. Well, like, I will stay silent no more. And I'm like, okay, we get it. Girl power. All right, yeah, you have to adapt to the times. We don't want to raise our kids like, God forbid, they see how the cartoons used to be, like the racist Bugs Bunny. God forbid. But I just don't understand why they're doing that. I don't get it. And like I said, live action Disney movies to this point can suck balls.
I don't think I've seen any live action Disney movies.
Don't.
No.
I refuse to watch Lion King.
Cinderella.
Doesn't count.
That was a TV special, wasn't it?
No, there's a movie.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't. Let's see that one. We go.
On a side
Beauty and
note,
the Beast.
Yeah.
On a side note, I rewatched Spider-Man, and there's a scene in there where Peter Parker's talking to Happy Joe, and Happy's like, "I don't think Tony would have done this if he didn't think he would be here to carry on his legacy." And I'm like, well, fuck. he ain't here, so is Tony still dead? Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh well, that whole scene was useless because Spider-Man's not part of MCU. Thanks, Sony.
Speaking of MCU, let's segue into the fact that they're talking about actually signing a movie deal for Ghost Rider, and they're going to start introducing Ghost Rider into the MCU.
Because they
Are they gonna
canceled the
use the
TV
same guy?
show.
What's that, John?
Are they going to use the same guy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to continue Robbie Reyes or not. I would hope so, because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was canon and was happening during the movies.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping if they do, yeah.
They canceled Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, they canceled the Ghost Rider TV show that was supposed to be coming out.
Aw. Bastards.
But I'm hoping that they do a movie series, and Nick Cage is far from anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him away.
First death. Nick Cage.
So,
John, Chris?
Let's see. My rando shit, I just wanted to tell the listeners that you can rate and review our podcast on iTunes, Podbean, anywhere you get your podcast. Give us a review. That helps out our podcast and helps us grow. That's pretty much all I had, really.
It's not really rando, though.
Well, it's only time I advertise, Joe, is during rando.
My rando is in 3 days. I will be in Phoenix, hanging out with Joe and Miguel, and then the following day I'll be hanging out with Chris and his brother and Doug, and we're gonna watch the Seahawks kick the crap out of the Cardinals. Knock on wood.
Oh, wait. Let's go back to the what the fucks. Okay, Chris, playing fantasy football, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your quarterback in fantasy football?
Russell Wilson.
Okay, who's your tight end in fantasy football?
Disley.
It's going to be so bittersweet, and we're going to be like, damn it, yes, damn it.
I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna pay attention to the names. I'm gonna enjoy the fucking game, and then I'll look at the stats later. I do not care. I'm hoping that it's just a crazy, exciting game with Russell Wilson
Yeah.
and K1 going back and forth. A defense. I don't want it to be a slaughter because then one person's gonna be like, "Fuck this," and the other person's gonna be cheering their asses off. So I'm hoping that it's a battle. It's an exciting game. We all have a fucking blast, and it comes down to the wire.
I'm
I need
hoping I'm hoping it doesn't come down to the kicker again, because last year
It did.
it
It
was
did.
Janikowski versus your kicker, and it's just like, who's gonna miss the next field goal? Because the other team's gonna win.
It's pretty
What
much
if it
how
ends in a
went, yeah.
tie again?
No, I don't want that either. I want it to be a nail biter for either of us, but I want it to be exciting. I want
Yeah.
it to be fun.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be
close game
one
down to
sided.
the end.
Yeah, one. I don't want it to be one sided. So I'm
Just not
hoping.
relying on kickers because it was ridiculous.
Yeah. And-
That would be funny if it ended in a tie. Because, Chris, would that be the first historical game that Cardinals have had 2 ties?
It'd be historical in any NFL for
For one team to have 2 tie games.
yeah.
I think it's happened
On the record.
once before.
Well, no, we had one season where there were 2 games that tied, but never a team that tied 2 games.
Yeah. I don't want to see that. I mean, that would be. I mean,
Would it be 3-2?
it'd be weird. It would just be a really weird scoreboard for us. But you
Yeah.
know, I'm excited regardless. I think it's going to be super fun. Especially, I mean, this is a special moment for all of us. We get to hang out. We get to watch some football. We get to drink some beers. I mean,
Oh, who's gonna split a extra long hot dog with me?
Are we gonna start at one side
Yeah,
and meet in the
start
middle?
at one side. Yum, 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 yum.
yeah.
Miguel volunteered.
Just no onions. No onions.
Aw. Can I get onions on my side?
Yeah, you could have them like right in the middle. Like right before we meet, you bite in the middle. Yeah, there you go.
That was a 3-way hot dog eating.
There we go.
There we
Oh my
go.
god.
Need to find my portable charger so my phone doesn't die.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to fucking hang out with you guys and see John again. We haven't hung out with him in a while, so that'll be super cool.
Yeah, since what, July?
July. Yeah,
Since July,
August,
yeah.
September, October. Yeah, 3 months.
Since the fishing.
That's when Joe met Kate Beckinsale.
Oh yeah.
Old Kate.
We got to get another picture, and you'd be like, "Oh, Joe saw Kate again."
It's weird. She's in the same pose.
It'll
No, we
be
gotta find
John's.
it.
She'll be on John's body with the beard.
No, we're not doing the Greatest Showman. No.
The bearded lady.
From now on.
Sweet. Do you guys have any other rando shit before we move on to the end of the show?
On October 25th. Yeah, because we're not going to do this
On
show anymore,
Saturday.
according to John.
Yeah, we're quitting after this, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
done.
After 2 weeks, actually, he said 2. If a listener doesn't give us any contest stuff,
Yeah, if we don't
We're
have
done.
any more submissions for the contest, we're done. Podcast is over.
just like,
Just title this "We're Done" in 2 weeks.
so start downloading now because we're done in 2 weeks.
My last rando is I'm buying Miguel's Project Scorpio Xbox One when I come down there.
As he drops it.
I'm excited.
Oh, fuck.
I hope it works.
Me too.
Yeah, I hope it works too.
If it doesn't,
We'll hook it up in the
November to
hotel
send it
room.
back. Yeah. Well, I mean, it works fine now. I hope it continues to work.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Do I need to
Otherwise-
install? Is there anything I should install on it for when we're in Phoenix for our downtime? Mortal Kombat, perhaps?
What do you mean downtime?
Well, I'm getting there Saturday night. What are we doing?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Other than that, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't drink at the Yard House for extremely long because that can be expensive.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to go back to the hotel and drink there.
Are we going to the Yard House Friday night and Saturday after, or Saturday night
Sunday.
and Sunday after the game? Well, twice.
We can. I don't know. We can see what else is around.
We're doing Yard House Sunday regardless, because that's fucking a tradition.
So then I guess that means we're going both days, John.
Oh, all right.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. We can do whatever on Saturday. I don't
We can
give
go
a
to the
shit.
store and buy some beer and
Yeah, you
Just
get
hang
beer
out.
and just.
Some
Yeah.
Tito's.
Woo!
I've never had Tito's.
John
Oh,
should
shit.
try it. It's
I have
fucking
a
a great
handle that I
ride.
haven't even opened yet.
Tito party.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
It's smooth vodka.
Game doesn't
No
start till like
hangover.
105, so just don't get too fucked up.
Yeah.
Why we walked
Or-
to the game?
Or, last year, I had one of my coworkers. He went to the game too, and him and his buddies rented a house right by the stadium, and they got so hammered the night before that they actually called a traveling nurse to come and give them IVs on Sunday morning.
I
before
remember
the
you
game.
telling me that.
Yeah,
That's
and apparently they took our insurance, so insurance paid for it.
Huh.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Better
crazy.
reserve that. Call and reserve that, Joe.
Yeah, traveling IVs, huh?
Mhm.
Interesting. You guys can party hard.
Get some cocktails.
Fuck yeah.
Cocktails.
Well, I can't wait for the game. Maybe we'll take some live video on Facebook or something when we're there or whatever. Take some pictures. I don't give a fuck. But anyways,
Pictures for sure.
yeah, for
Pictures,
sure,
yeah.
pictures.
I'll take my camera.
All right, Miguel will bring his camera.
Whoa, look at those little ants down there. We got the shitty seats.
That's my
Shitty
impersonation
seats.
because that's how I feel on the inside. You know.
Oh shit.
That's racist.
That's my Dave Chappelle thing. There you go.
Yeah, that was funny. I watched that. That was funny.
Yeah, it's good
Oh.
shit.
John.
My kids, I've seen all the Lord of the Rings movies and the Hobbits, but I started watching the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit first, with my kids so that they would be introduced to that great series. And I've been listening to the books on tape while I'm at work. The Audible.
It was like tape.
Audiobooks. There we go. Listen to the audiobooks I did The Hobbit, and now I'm in the first book of the Lord of the Rings series. So I was like, the kids should watch these. So we've watched the first Hobbit movie, and we're gonna watch the rest of them.
Play the game. Shadow War.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
good stuff.
Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War.
Started Shadow of Mordor,
Mm-hmm.
but that was a long time ago, and I haven't played it since.
Too many horses.
Caragors. They're Caragors.
I don't remember being on a horse. That's how long ago.
No,
it was.
That's because they're Caragors.
It's Caragors. It's like a giant cat. Whatever.
Bill Burr's new stand-up.
Oh, dude, fucking awesome. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
The first half was okay. The second half, I was just like, meh.
Was that Paper Tiger or something like that?
Yeah, Paper
Yeah,
Tiger.
it just kind of
Yeah.
like flattened out and just kind of went meh. But the first half of it was great. I enjoyed everything, and then he just started like losing content, and I was just like, boop.
Yeah, but his
turned
his attitude is just like yours, Joe. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
that
No, yeah, I
that
totally agree.
anger and the animosity towards it. I love it, dude. It's great. It's fucking awesome.
Yep.
So, good shit. You guys got anything else before we wrap up this show? All right, this is episode 144. This is Chris. I'm going to go play some video games. I am out. Peace.
This is John. I'm gonna go eat something, put my kids to bed, and then maybe I'll play some video games. I'm out.
This is Miguel. I'm going to go eat something and maybe play something. I don't know what I would play because American Horror Story is on at 10.
It's Joe. I'm gonna eat 76. Game on, bitches.
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Gamer Talk Podcast, Season fucking 2.
They know you're here. They're watching.